I read the first 20 chapters of Dandadan, and honestly... So before I kick this video off, I want to say that there will be some spoilers if you haven't read this at all. Not a lot, as I'll just be covering my thoughts on the beginning of the manga, but what I will not be holding back on is details that happened. If you're just here for a review or to decide if Dandadan is something you want to read for yourself, I'll say now that I think it's been a fun ride so far. It's a great mix of character dialogue, action, romantic tension, and early on plot/world building, all while keeping some pretty original ideas, so definitely give it a try. Now, on to the good stuff. I've been hearing little things about Dandadan for a while now, but I've never picked it up. I read the little blurb about it in the Shonen Jump app, and honestly, now that I've read the manga, I realize it does not do it justice at all. I honestly may have never picked this manga up if I did not have any other new chapters to read from my list of current manga. That being said, I started reading it like 2 days ago and was instantly immersed. Some manga just have the ability to keep me coming back. And a lot of times I don't even know why. Well, it's not that I don't know why. To explain it better, it's more or less that I become immersed on a subconscious level. Sometimes when I don't like a manga, I don't mentally think, this is bad. I just don't end up picking it up again after reading a few chapters and it sits on a shelf collecting dust. But Dandadan is something that had me excited to read another 10 chapters the second day. First of all, the opening. The first chapter is a hell of a 67 pages. It doesn't waste time with introducing us to our two main protagonists, Okuran and Momoayase, and setting the stage for what is to come in this manga. Now, one thing I think we all notice about Dandadan right in the beginning is that it definitely has some shock value type language to make you go, oh my god, or laugh about it, something that some people might call cheap writing or using vulgar jokes just to get a cheap laugh or invoke some sort of feeling out of you the easy way. I mean, literally on the first page, we get a guy, Ayase's current boyfriend for 3 pages, talking to Ayase, telling her she needs to lend him some money, or at least start putting out. Later on in the first chapter, we meet a demon granny who said she's going to eat Okuran's schlong, and proceeds to do just that. And lastly, toward the end of the first 20 chapters, the main characters are literally on a mission to find Okuran's testicles, which have been turned into powerful golden balls and lost. So yeah. I'm not hating on the shock value content or any of the vulgar language. Honestly, I kind of like it, because somehow Dandadan doesn't make it feel like too much. Even the little bit of fan service they give you in the first chapter that might make you feel like this is going to be nothing but a fan service manga full of aliens, demons, curse words, which, let's be honest, that doesn't sound too bad. So far, that fan service we got a taste of, we haven't seen at all for the next 20 chapters. My point is that it does a great job at balancing its insanity with down-to-earth characters, decent dialogue, and so far, a progressive plotline. Speaking of plotlines, comparing Dandadan's to a huge catalog of other manga on the Shonen Jump right now, where so many action mangas just follow a simple, cut-and-dry recipe for success, I feel like Dandadan is overall pretty original. Okay, I'll be honest, Okuran being possessed by a demon that he overall seems to have to be able to control is something that has been used millions of times, but Dandadan still finds a way to make that not feel too overplayed. During this plot progression in the first 20 chapters, we learn that aliens are real, and so far are not good guys, and ghosts, spirits, demons, and overall paranormal entities are real as well, and so far they aren't exactly good guys either. Though they do have some heart-jerking moments we will cover later. It's actually crazy how much happens in the story in the first 20 chapters, how much of the world is opened up to us. Modern manga has to be fast-paced, I get it. The world of manga being 500 to 1,000 chapters long isn't really a thing anymore, and sometimes, for me at least, being fast-paced can be a huge hindrance to a lot of storylines. One of the big losses can be character development, losing opportunity to make us readers appreciate and have time to like characters. Finding a balance between world building, character development, and progressing the plot at a decent pace is not easy for a writer. But so far, Dandadan has done a great job at it. We get emotional inner struggles between 2 of the main characters. We learn what type of people they are. We get plenty of time to enjoy the characters outside of just action and fights, and it doesn't feel slow when these moments are happening. All of this happens without sacrificing plot progression, so far at least. This takes me into my next topic, because I think what helps these non-action or non-major plotline moments keep moving is the fact that they have been based a bit around the romantic tension between Ayase and Okuran. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there could give a damn about lovey-dovey romance crap. All you want to see is one guy punch another guy as hard as he can. But I gotta keep it real. I'm a fan of some romantic tension. I'm a fan of two characters having feelings for each other and getting to see that progress throughout a story. And where Dandadan does it right so far is that it doesn't tiptoe around it. I can't stand when you have two characters that we all know are going to end up together. We all know they're the intended love interest, but it never really gets fully dived into until their lives are on the line or until the last 20 pages. Dandadan makes things pretty clear right off the bat. It doesn't shy away from it. There's the accidental kiss, scenes of Ayase being jealous, Akaran having moments realizing that Ayase is cute. Like, bro, how did you not realize she was cute from the beginning, you poor boy? It's never had a friend. Basically, what I'm saying is Dandadan makes it very clear that it's not only a sci-fi action manga, but heavily a romance manga as well. And sometimes, those are the best parts of it. There's one thing that sets every manga apart from the average, though. The thing that separates the boys from the men. What always makes me realize if something is truly elevated is if a manga can stir me emotionally. Can it pull on my heartstrings? Can it make my little eyes blur up a bit? And that's the last part of the first 20 chapters that has really sealed the deal for me. During the Silky Acrobat arc, we got a very deep couple of pages. Now, it's already been hinted at that spirits aren't exactly bad. Sometimes they have okay motives. For example, Turbo Granny tries to help murdered girls to make it to the afterlife. The Silky Acrobat really does a number on our cast, and during the fight, the newly introduced character Aria, I'm sure you guys will correct me if I'm wrong, gets killed. To not drag on, assuming most of you have read this, what we end up learning about the Silky Acrobat hits hard. Now, I was raised by a single mom, and the fact that she was a mom who had to commit certain acts to take care of her only daughter, and through this, she ends up killing herself. Those few pages, at least for me, really pulled me in. Dandadan was able to quickly move from being an insane, quirky, and sometimes ridiculous manga to focusing in onto something tragic, sad, and dark. Something that can make you think about life. Something that pulls you in for a moment while reading and keeps you fully invested in the world that is happening. It doesn't drag on this matter. It all happens in a few pages and then quickly comes back to the fun that Dandadan is most of the time. And I think the flow leading up to these scenes, the fight, the truth bomb of how Silky Acrobat became a spirit and why she follows Era, and the light jokes that happen after kind of encapsulates the roller coaster that is Dandadan in the beginning chapters. It's insane, heartwarming, chaotic, fun, and out of this world, all at the same time. I hope that in the chapters to come, it doesn't lose any of these things, because if it keeps it up, it's going to be one hell of a ride. Now, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. To anyone new to the channel, my name's Trex. I plan on doing a lot more manga, anime content, possibly more stuff on Dandadan, and also a lot more of other titles. Let me know if there's something you want me to review, something you want me to talk about, or if there's just any questions in general. Feel free to correct me if there was anything wrong, anything I quoted wrong, anything I talked about wrong, or anything you just think, you know, maybe you want me to know about when it comes to Dandadan. I know it's been around for a while now, and I'm pretty new to it, but I don't know, for some reason I want this to be my first video on manga. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys next time.